Good evening. This is a meeting of the Cemetery Commission. It is the 24th today. It's around 7 o'clock. No, it's a little after 7 actually. And I'm Shirley Cooney. To my right is Debbie Hines. To my left is Betsy Youngsma. And we'll begin with the minutes of the last meeting.
Okay. You don't have them with you.
No, but that's okay. They were okay.
Okay. You should lay your head down and walk down.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done reading, Shirley.
Speaking of the water, change the subject from another. I wonder if they know to shut the water off at the
It's already,
Historical Society.
oh, like that?
Yeah, that should be.
Well, that's got
I know,
nothing to
but I
do
just,
with
when it says water shut off, you know?
Made a nice cup of peach tea.
There you go.
Herbal tea. I'm addicted to herbal tea. In the summer, what's nice, I'll make this, and then cold. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you done reading?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, I make a motion to accept the minutes of September 26, 2018 is written.
I'll second.
Okay.
So moved.
Accept. B1 seconds. Okay, under old business, the first item is cemeteries update. You want to tell us about South Street?
The
Yeah.
tree has been cut down and removed, and I would like a letter sent to John Burnell to thank him most profoundly for removing that.
I have already, when we get to that, I will show it to you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay, is there anything to report with Douglas Center Cemetery right now? Okay. And Pine Grove,
Never heard anything about that one
Okay.
either. I marked all the graves that have been toppled over.
That
what do
beat,
you mean you marked them?
I bought those little, those long things you put at your driveway with the lights. The ones that have fallen over. They're like little markers.
I think so.
They're like on little poles and they have a
Uh-huh.
little red light at the top.
Yeah,
I put those so that I can find them readily, the ones that have fallen over.
okay.
Hopefully I can get a group of volunteers to raise them up and put them on cement blocks so that they don't get
Okay.
lost forever.
Okay, so you marked the topple stones.
Yep.
Okay.
Some have gone over because of the ground, it has eroded underneath it and they've just
Uh-huh.
gone that way.
Is that because, I mean, I don't want to sound stupid, because you
the
see
box is
how,
gone.
oh, like
The
in other
box that
words,
was in there is gone,
oh,
disintegrated.
because I was thinking
wood.
with the stone, I think today.
These were on little hills and all the ground has washed down. So
Oh.
they're all tilted this way. And then eventually, even the big base at the bottom is uprooted.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's why you fall down the holes as you walk through. You break your ankle, you know.
Okay, as long as I just like might break an ankle and not
Yeah, we have to be careful.
come
You have to be careful,
in contact.
you know. Maybe one of these days we can do something.
Okay. All right, next thing on the, is that enough?
Anything on the flag etiquette?
Okay, well, I had it sent a letter inviting the VFW representative. They didn't come. What I did come up with an idea though. And the Boy Scouts put them out, and I was thinking that perhaps we could contact the Cub Scouts. They could come after Veterans Day, and remove them. And perhaps afterwards, maybe at the Historical Society, we could have like pizza or something for them, you know, make it a little event, but recognizing their community service. And I just think that since no one showed up from the VFW, perhaps, you know.
Well, if do you have a contact
Yes,
person?
I do. Yes.
Well, I think if you have a contact person, if we can run it by them, what do you think?
A contact person for the Boy Scouts or
Cub
the
No, the
VFW?
Cub Scouts.
Cub Scouts.
Oh, that's fine. I picked up all the broken ones. A group of volunteers, we all walked through the entire cemetery, anything that was broken, fallen over, anything that was still upright in their little holders, we left. But
Just flags or?
just flags.
Okay,
I picked up probably
Oh,
about
that's-
30.
okay,
And I brought them
that's
to the
what-
fire station.
That's what we've been doing over
Yep.
the years
okay.
ourselves.
So, and I brought them to the
But
fire
I'm
station.
just saying,
and they
as
will
a,
keep them there.
as a project, I think to bring attention, if they want to bring attention to that issue, then
Yeah, not only that.
it's a
but-
lesson. Anyway, if you would like to run it by them and see if they would like, they may be looking for projects, you know.
Well, from what I understand, because like I said, the little boy next door is now, you know, in Cub Scouts and he's all, they do look for community type
That's
things.
right. No. I know, because I used to be a leader many years ago.
When Sean was young.
Oh,
Which,
long,
by
long
the
time
way,
ago.
thank you very much for picking up those flags.
Yeah, I picked them up.
Well, we would load up the back of my van.
We used to load up the back of your van with more than just
I know,
flags.
I know.
Okay, the next other old business. This is the thank you letter that I put together to John if
And
you
I
want to
just
sign
signed it. Debbie just signed it, so.
Oh, you have it back.
Oh, good.
Okay. Alrighty, so, let's see. I want a copy. Do you want a copy? Okay. This is wonderful.
It's nice to have it right there. My God. I bet you the planning board likes that. Because they do a lot, you know?
They do.
Telling you, you need a PhD to operate these things. All right, that takes care of that. Okay. I'm also gonna give the administrator a copy, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The next is the loan situation. We have his quote here of $500.
Well, initially it was the separation. In other words, it was 200 to spread it, remember?
Right.
And the other, if we wanted it done, if we had enough money. That's-
Yeah, so he put it all okay, all right.
So we had the choice, basically.
Yes, yes. Okay,
So if you want me to tell him not to spread, not to seed, we can do that.
I was gonna ask John, John said he would store it for us for the winter, just to clear it out,
No, I'm just saying,
get it out
the
of there.
first stage, which would be to spread it.
You will see you want it spread.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've got to have it spread.
well, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, Betsy has a problem with us seeding it.
John suggested that we store it for the winter. And then he
Why
will
would we do that?
so that it doesn't erode anymore, so it doesn't look unsightly all winter.
But we
Or-
can get it spread immediately, in other words, within the next several weeks.
And then what's gonna hold it there?
The soil is going to stay there. I mean, it's, you know, it's up to you. If you want to talk to, why don't you call Joe? I've talked to him,
Okay.
and that was his suggestion. I
Did we do
talked
it
to
in
him
November?
before you came on board. I mean, because it was sitting there and we approached a couple of people, they didn't want to bother it to do anything for a couple $100.
Okay.
You know, people want a bigger contract than that. So basically, this person stepped up and said, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I know what your budget is, you
Okay.
know. So, yes, I can do that for you. And my suggestion would be, and that's what it was, okay? So, talking to him is, that's what it's going to be.
Did you talk to him today?
I talked to him today,
And what did he say?
that he would do it.
When?
He couldn't give me a date. He said he was behind with his work.
Okay, yeah, because
All
we're
right,
next
and-
week, aren't we heading into November? November 1st is.
Well,
is
if you
Wednesday.
want to take issue with him with that, then go
All
ahead.
right,
explain to him what John had said and see what,
yeah, I
Would
I
it
just
be
think it's awfully
beneficial
late
to
for the
remove,
grass
I
seed.
just think that's a huge undertaking myself, but I don't know.
Well, I can tell you that the pile that was once this high is now about that high.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's just.
But the thing is that the nutrients from the soil have integrated, and that's what we want, is the nutrition from that.
I mean, they could probably just mow over it at this point.
well, you need a very tall lawnmower.
They mow over the tomb.
So anyway, what do you know, we're up in limbo now because I think that this is probably going to be taken care of in the next week or two, so. But it's up to you guys. I can't vote.
Why can't you vote?
Why can't you vote?
I want you to make the decision. I'll go with either one of you. I mean, I can break a tie if you can, you know.
I will ask John Furno to store it for the winter. And then he said he would bring it back in the spring whenever we wanted it and have, I don't know whether he will spread it or whatever. I don't think there's a lot left, so I don't think that's a big movement thing.
You do know that that's another department. That's
I
the
do.
highway department, okay. As long as you're aware of that, because I think that it may be considered inappropriate for another department to be doing work for us.
They do work on the common.
I'm talking about the cemetery commission.
Okay.
All
I
right.
asked him if this was an
If
inappropriate
you-
question to tell me. It didn't say anything.
He can come to the meeting then.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? Because Joe said that he will get there as soon as he can. He's way behind with his work.
Okay, what about
but
if we
it's-
do this? You have the quote.
Mm-hmm.
Call Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to him what you had said to me, you know, regarding the weather.
Yep.
And see what he says.
Okay.
See what his feelings are. If he says no, then I say we go with Joe, since we
Okay.
had already, but contact him.
Well, we'd already told him yes.
Right, so contact him, explain to him the scenario, and see what his feelings are. And we'll go with whatever his feelings are, whatever his decision is.
Spread loam, pile for lawn, grass seed, fertilizer, and lime. This was 9/4/2018. So I was on board at that time.
Yeah, but that
somebody else
wasn't when he,
supposed to be-
that wasn't when he offered. We asked for this copy, okay?
Okay.
Because he had said verbally that, what I want is a paper copy.
Okay.
All right, so we have to have everything here, either on camera or in our files. And we hadn't had that. It was a verbal suggestion, the amount that he would charge us.
Okay.
When we deal with people, you have to, have an idea and have something on record for future members.
Right. I mean, I understand that.
Okay, so is that it on that for now? I mean, have we agreed that Betsy will contact Joe and,
Whatever.
Would you rather just leave it as it is?
I would, but it's entirely, it's,
Okay, leave it as it is.
all right, then we'll leave it as is.
Yep. Joe will come between now and next year. And see
we don't need that. We don't need that comment.
There's no date on here, though. That's the date he wrote it,
Yeah.
to be done by a certain date.
Oh,
How long is
you're
an
talking
estimate
about a
good for?
landscaper? Have you ever hired a landscaper?
Nope, never in my life.
Try.
Nope, I don't plan on one.
Well, I'm just saying that people that work in this field, it's a difficult thing to give them times.
Okay.
Cutting trees, trimming things, they rely on wind and weather because they're up trees and what have you. But I
Okay.
don't think it warrants a snide remark, okay? Comment.
Okay, can I take this back?
Yeah, it's yours, it's yours.
Okay. Okay, the next thing is the Sibley plot, the Mason plot at the South Street Cemetery. We have not heard from them, nothing has been done. So, we can either reach
When
out.
they responded the last time, was it through mailing or was it,
No, Dave Plomadon
yeah,
came, well,
I thought
we-
he was very receptive. I was.
Yes, and we messaged back and forth before he came to the meeting, and, because it took over a year to finally get in contact with someone. And he said that, the Masons, I can't remember the exact word he used, but, when one passes away, they take care of the family, and he felt that, plot maintenance would kind of like fall into
Well,
it.
it comes under that umbrella, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so.
And the fact that it's got this,
He said it probably wouldn't at the time, he said it probably wouldn't get done till September, because of the hot weather and everything in the summer. So now we're faced with the situation. It is the end of October. Nothing's been done. Do we want to reach out to them again?
yeah, I think just
Oh.
a friendly reminder,
Okay.
that's all. We like a little improvement on any of these cemeteries that we can garner, you know?
Okay.
And if they've changed their mind about the undertaking, then let us know.
All right, and the last thing under for old business, under other, this has been a thing with me. I have it. Is plot maintenance. I just feel, some of them, the way they decorate these stones, they look like, not so much in the old part, but in the new part, it looks like a shrine. And personally, if you want a shrine, put it in your backyard. That's not what the purpose of the cemetery. This is a letter, it's just something I threw together that I think if we can't mail it, at least see if we can put it on the town website. And from now on, when someone buys a plot, give this to them. If you
Yeah,
want.
look, Betsy, I know what you because we've
No,
gone
I
over
kind
this.
of rewrote it.
All right,
I
Go
kind
on,
of
see what
rewrote
you
it.
think, Betsy.
I mean, some of those bushes, what started out, that was supposed to be little bushes on each side of the stone, it's like they're feet, not inches,
I know.
feet above the stone, and they're covering the stone.
Yeah. That wouldn't be allowed in
No,
a
it
lot of
wouldn't.
places.
You wouldn't even be allowed to plant a shrub.
If the shrubs and plants are not maintained, the cemetery commission has the right to remove said shrubs and
Yeah.
plants. Who's gonna remove them?
It would be us.
We have to hire somebody, like Joe to remove them?
Yeah,
Okay. No lights?
Hey, we could always reach out and have the town remove it, and then they get a charge put on their tax bill. That's what they do in other states.
yeah, but what are you gonna do with those that have no one to send any communication with
Right.
at all? You know, you've got 2 or 3 that you can, yes, but,
But the rest of them, you don't know.
yeah. It's still an iffy, it just has to be that we take the initiative to do it. And up to this point, we haven't. You know, what do you do with Christmas trees in July?
I haven't seen any Christmas trees. There's lots of
With the
lights
lights?
down there, though.
Well, there's lights on the Christmas tree, we took one out.
Oh, did you?
Oh, excuse me. Who took the lights out? Who took the lights out?
I don't know, some person I was there with.
Yeah.
Was that down in the East Douglas one?
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna see if we can get this on.
Are you okay with this, or
Yeah.
do you want it changed?
I
or-
mean, I
mean, we
I
can-
can't see, I don't think people will change, quite honestly. I think
No,
whatever
I
they,
agree.
I
they
agree
want
with
down
you,
there,
but
they're
you
gonna
want
put
to
down there.
try it?
Sure.
Okay.
No, they're not gonna do it.
I mean, would they have to go to the town website to find it? I mean, what would they go to the town website there for, to look
That's
for?
true.
We have
Okay.
to send them.
probably won't.
You'd have to send them a personal.
All right, you know what? Then I think I'm gonna hold on to this, and when someone buys a plot,
Yeah,
Just give them a copy.
A
copy.
Don't you have it on the little paper that's out there by
yeah,
the
there
table?
is one. There is-
Yeah,
But that
that's the same thing.
information, that's been changed, no,
It's
the.
dated, that's
And
been, we
it's,
did that
it's been
a
changed,
few
yeah,
years
they have
back.
to come out of there,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah.
Well, it's better than nothing, you know?
Right,
Yeah.
well, and they're
Yeah.
still there, there's
Right.
tons of them out there, so just leave them.
Okay, it was worth a shot.
So that hard work.
It was worth a shot.
Well, it's like shoveling shit. You know?
Hey, when you start typing one letter, you kind of like get on a roll, you know? Okay, new business. Does anybody have any new business?
The old book in the cupboard, you don't use it anymore?
Yes,
But you don't use the forms in the back?
yes. The
Oh.
information is written in there, okay?
Mhm.
But unlike what they used to do, we've had, well, since we changed the deed also, only the bottom part. We give them on paper a deed.
Mm-hmm.
So the information is written actually in two places.
Oh, okay.
You know, we don't rip it out.
So people actually own those plots?
Yes.
So having owned it, they can do whatever, they can put their
No.
plants and flowers in there?
No, because, no, because there are rules on the deed as well. You know, and there's nothing wrong with planting shrubs and or flowers. But at the same time, if you're not gonna maintain it, it's like having a dog, having a pet. If you're not gonna take care of your pet, why have one? So if you're gonna go and plant and everything at a graveside, which is fine. If you're not gonna maintain it, don't do it. I mean, when you see the shrubs that should be little shrubs on each side of the stone, and you drive through the cemetery and you see them, well, here's the stone and here's the shrubs. And here's the shrubs where you might get 2 or 3 letters of the last name.
Well, it's the damage done by the root structure too.
Well,
Oh, I just think that the families probably, those are from the 1800s, the families belong.
no, I'm talking about the new section of the cemetery.
Oh.
I'm not talking about the old section.
I was gonna say.
No,
Those belong gone.
the old section, that's something,
I think it's just overgrowth there.
I think what happened in the old cemetery was, they planted more trees than they should have.
Well, I think that's why we do them on the borders now.
Yeah.
Remove all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And then just plant so that it gives you a nice controlled environment. And then if there's issues with them, then you can either treat them, feed them. If they're really diseased, then they have to come down.
I mean, I know down just,
Because
the
nothing
some-
lasts forever.
no, the cemetery where my parents are buried in New York, that's how you know that a cemetery's going in, because the area, they excavated to such a point, there's not a tree, there is nothing.
I know, it's,
That was why my mother always said, when I die, I want to be buried under a tree. So my father bought the end plot under a tree, because there's no trees in the cemeteries.
all right. So do you have any new business,
I
Betsy?
don't have any.
We wanna talk about the 1,200 at the financial report?
The 12,000,
Yeah, the 12,000.
Jean
That's to
Norman,
cover the increases,
Increases for what?
the
for the maintenance.
lawn mowing, as I spoke to Jean,
Remember when your first meeting, when we had the letter to say we would have some increases?
Right,
That's it.
so he gets $14.50 for mowing, is that correct?
Yep.
yes. So the $12,000 is for the increase in mowing fee, It is for the increase in the number of mowings.
How many mowings does he do?
I think about 8 a year, was it?
8 a year.
I think
eight-
that's what we
I'm gonna say
budget for.
12 a fiscal year,
So 12 of the, so once a month,
twice.
twice a month. So that's 24 mowings.
No,
No,
It's 12 months in a year.
but he doesn't mow 12 months in the
we
year.
don't mow in the winter.
Okay.
May,
No, I
June-
understand
No,
that. You
eight-
said 8 and then you said 12.
And I said 2
No, the
months of
fiscal.
the fiscal
We're talking
year.
about the fiscal year.
May, June, July, and August of 1 year, and then May and June of the following year.
Which is difficult to get your fingers around.
Do we have a
sometimes.
contract?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Can I see it?
It was in my book.
So that's 8 per year, 1450, and then the 500 for Joe, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
500 for Joe. The plants that go lawn seeds.
But I thought you had already talked to Jean and she explained all that to you.
She explained some of it.
Oh. Oh, okay, I know what it is. Give me a minute.
It's all right. Does he put a new contract out every year, or is this
3 years.
every 3 years?
Yeah.
So he has 3, so we're in the first of a new contract,
This is-
correct?
Yeah. And what he did was, where did I put it? I have it in here, Betsy. Just bear with me a minute, please. I don't like this. Shirley, can I see your book a minute, please? Here's a copy of it, Betsy, because I don't know where I put,
That's all right.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
it's somewhere in by my computer. I
Yeah.
know it is, I swear. I just don't like it when I can't.
I know. Yeah, but you do a lot, so.
So he has a contract up to 2023. Do we sign these contracts?
No. You gotta put it in the top. Okay, here it goes there. I don't.
Okay.
That goes to Shirley. huh?
Oh, there you go. But we vote on those contracts, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Nobody, I don't think anyone's had an issue. I don't know if you have one, but
No, I just have my own thoughts.
do you want to share them?
No, not tonight.
It's a committee, Betsy.
I understand,
So we like
but
to-
this is a done deal.
But it,
Yeah, but you can still share your
It's a done
feelings.
deal. So,
yeah, but that was done at the beginning of the year.
right, right,
Yeah.
and that's fine.
The annual year, you know.
Yep.
Fiscal year is another matter,
Yep.
so we have 2 dates.
Yep, well, that's fine.
I'm gonna rip my living room apart when I go home.
Well, at least you got this one. If you want this one, you can take
No,
it.
I took it out of here,
All right, all right.
to make that.
Okay.
What should still be, no, it can't be in my printer because it's, I know, I'm sure I'll find it. You know how I get, Shirley.
No, but I mean, it's a committee, Betsy. We work together.
Right.
Everybody comes to the table, you know, we don't do, at least I don't have that. I'd rather have ideas with all of us, you know. And in the past, it's worked pretty well, you know.
Okay, is that it on new business?
You got anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, for the secretary's report, just that, I had sent a letter to the VFW inviting them, but you can see how good that worked. I mailed the thank you letters to Adam Furno and Sarah.
Okay, good.
With copies to the town administrator.
Yep.
And that's it as far as the secretary's report. As the financial report, as of 10/24/18, because this here says that as of 10/9, we have $5,910. But I called Jean the other day because I hadn't been up here, so I like to keep. And we matched, the total in our budget right now was $4,400.10. And what the money that has been spent is on mowings and the water.
Yep.
And we just received tonight, and I didn't bring the binder with me, a voucher for water turnoff. And that's a $50 fee. It costs us basically it costs us $100 a fiscal period, 50 to turn it on, 50 to turn it off.
And how much was the water bill altogether?
Oh, the water bill was $59.26. It's never that much. But this $50 fee apparently is something that we've been, the last 2, maybe 3 years.
Yeah.
And I can't understand why we have to pay a water bill. Because you're just technically transferring from here to there, but. And that's it, is the financial report. When do we want to have our next meeting? Or I should say, wait a minute, are there any other questions?
Where are we?
Shirley, you have anything you want to?
No, not at this time.
Okay.
So, next meeting, any ideas, suggestions?
Nope.
Well, that will be November.
Yeah,
No, October.
November.
No, we're October.
We are October.
No.
Hello, you.
I know, I'm off, way off.
I'm trying to think. I really don't think at this point. I mean, the water's been turned off.
Yeah.
Everything is basically done. I would say.
Well, you've got a communication to the Cub Scouts, which you can deal with
Right, so I was gonna.
for next year, basically,
Right.
right?
Right,
So you've got that communication.
got
And
the
then the
Masons.
communication with the, for the
Masons.
Sibley
the
lot.
Masons, right.
Yeah,
And
and if, you know, it's getting to the end of the year, so,
what I was gonna suggest was, what about if we have something like December 11th? And I will also have a draft of the annual report. So if you have anything you want put in there, please email it to me.
And usually it's, have you seen the annual report for Sarah?
No, but I have seen the annual report.
But I mean that we write something.
You write a little synopsis of
Yeah,
your year.
yeah.
Correct.
So if you want to contribute to that,
You know, just email it to me, you know, let me know. Because it doesn't even have to be what has been done, it can be
what
goals.
we would like to do.
So, I
Usually it's a thank you to those people that have
Yeah.
helped us or worked with us.
Does December 11th sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shirley?
Yep.
Okay. And then this way here too, we can, it can give us all time to think of, we can put a list together if we, you know, goals for the next fiscal or 2 fiscal years. You
Well,
know,
we did.
what we'd like
yeah,
to see the last one we did, I looked in my
The one
notes.
with the suggestions about some of the trees that,
That was 2011, that was 7 years ago.
yeah,
I believe Ginger,
yeah.
or even Gail might have still been here.
No, I don't think we've had any, and you know, we haven't had any increases in our expenses for
A while.
mowing since, I think, 2011. Around, right?
I think, yeah, 2010, 2011. He raised us up to 950,
Yeah.
and that was it. That was it. And then this year. Other than that, nothing. Okay, now wait a minute. Next meeting is 12.
You want to make a motion?
Okay, I make a motion to adjourn at 7:50.
50.
Okay, yes, 7:50.
Yeah, you can't see it with a light on it, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I have to second it. I'll second.
So moved. Good evening.